Hello! Welcome back to my trash channel. Today is the day before I get my most hated tattoo removed. We all know those tattoos, if you have more than one. Or if you only have one that got really shitty. Basically, I got a tattoo when I was 18 years old on my 18th birthday, and didn't realize that you should actually research the tattoo artist you go to. And so I just went to the one that my parents went to, and he sucked. And now I'm getting it removed. For my 18th birthday, I wanted a tattoo so bad. I've been waiting for a very long time to get tattooed, and by really long time, I mean not really, because I was only 18, so like, whatever. I don't know. I felt like I was waiting an eternity, and the second I was legally allowed to get a tattoo, I sure as hell was going to. I had drawn out this part with a bunch of cat paws in it, so I had three cats at the time. I wanted to get this tattoo before my cats. Don't know why. Don't think it really matters. But I didn't want to be sad when I looked at my thigh tattoo. But now that two of them are dead, it's sad anyway, so did it really make a difference? No. I drew a heart with 3 paws inside, one for each cat, and I wanted each paw to be the pattern of the cat. Amazing idea, I know. I went to the tattoo shop that my mom got a tattoo from, and my dad got a tattoo from, and my sister got her first tattoo. I guess all of them got their first tattoos from this one shop, and the same person. I went to him, and I told him what I wanted, and I always thought that a tattoo artist would put an artistic spin on it. I didn't realize you had to research these things. So I told him the idea, and I just really wanted it to be better than the idea I thought. I thought he would tell me like, hey, like, maybe not this, but we could do that. Like, I wanted to be told otherwise. I didn't want just my shit drawing to be what was put on my thigh, but it pretty much was. I booked the appointment. He was super confused on the idea, which should have just been a red flag. He didn't really get what I was trying to say. So I ended up drawing it on a napkin, and that's pretty much what I got on my thigh. The only thing he did was go on Microsoft Word the day that I came in for my appointment, put a big heart on the screen, put a paw on the screen, copied it, put him at an angle, and put the stencil on my thigh. That was about as artistic as that got. I showed him pictures of all my cats, and he just kind of replicated their patterns in a really small space. He asked me if I wanted an outline of the heart, and I wasn't really sure. I don't think I would have said no if he said we should. But he was like, oh, well, you could always add it on later. So I was like, okay, well, that's pretty fair. You can't take off anything from a tattoo, but you can always add on. So it made perfect sense. So that's what I did. He outlined it. He did a blood line, so he outlined it without any ink first, and then tattooed it. I never really loved the tattoo. I loved that I had a tattoo, and I thought I was a badass for having a tattoo. But he never filled in the heart completely around the paws, and he told me it was because he wanted to have a skin break within the tattoo, but it wasn't even all around the paws, and each paw had a different amount of space all around it. I asked him to fill it in. He didn't want to. He said we could always add it in later. So when I went in for my touch-up, I asked him again, because he told me to come in for a touch-up once it was healed. So that's what I did. And he refilled in the heart. The heart healed like garbage. I asked him to fill it in. He pretty much just ignored me and refilled in the red of the heart. Still looks like crayon. In the year after next year, when I'm 19, I wanted to add to this tattoo to make it better. So I thought, why not add some roses and some leopard print around the hearts? But I wanted rainbow leopard print. Well, specifically, I wanted purple, red, and blue leopard print because those are my favorite colors. And I wanted the roses to do the same thing. So I wanted like a purple rose, a red rose, and a blue rose. Or maybe it was pink, not red. Probably pink at the time. But I ended up just getting all red and orangey yellow roses. I don't like them. He never did what I asked for, which really was probably for the best, but he still gave me a garbage tattoo either which way. I heard of Go Tattoo Removal from a YouTuber named Quicken. She talks about tattoos. She's awesome. She's in Philly, and I'm in New York, so Philly really isn't too far away, so I figure wherever she went wouldn't be too far. And she raved about Go Tattoo Removal. And then when I went to the Philly Tattoo Convention, they were having a special. I think it was $75 off your first session, or just any session. So instead of a $200 session, it was $125. I booked my tattoo appointment a few weeks ago, and tomorrow is the day at 12 o'clock in Allentown, which is like 100. I don't know why I was gonna say 100 minutes away. Yeah. It is an hour and 20 minutes away. That's how time works. I booked my tattoo removal appointment online at gotattooremoval.com, I think it is. Let's find out. You got the schedule now, which I'm sure you can't see on my phone because this is not the best way to show things. But you can schedule an appointment and then you click on schedule now. And then it brings you to a lovely little calendar, and all the days that you can book are in orange, and you click on it and it tells you the times you can pick. I don't know what to expect. I've heard that it feels like burning rubber bands, like a bunch of little baby rubber bands hitting you a shit ton of times, and they also feel like they're on fire. I've had laser hair removal done in the past. I had my armpits lasered, and it really wasn't that bad. Like, there were definitely points where it sucked, and regular tattoos are also things that don't really hurt that bad, but they have their moments where they really suck. So in my head, it's gonna be that way. Hopefully I'm not wrong. That'll really suck. But I've heard this is way more painful than getting a tattoo, which should make you consider getting good tattoos. So I just came from my appointment. It took us an hour and a half both ways. And now it's, what was it, like, not even an hour there? But it was really quick. It was really painful. And they used two different lasers. They used a laser, the first one was for all the black and gray. And then the second laser was for the color. I have a lot of red in my tattoo, so they weren't able to remove that at all today, or laser it at all, because it doesn't just get removed in one sitting or anything. So next time they said they'll try to do the red, because people have a lot of adverse reactions to red ink. For aftercare of my laser, they pretty much told me to ice it for 15 minutes, and then stop for 45, and then again for another 15. And do that for the next 24 hours if possible. While getting the laser, a lot of people, I already said this, but a lot of people said it was gonna feel like really hot rubber bands. I would say it felt more like getting tattooed with a really hot needle, but also the entire pain of your multiple hour session crammed into like 20 minutes. It was close to unbearable. 10 out of 10, very painful. But they put ice, like they throw like, they have cold air shooting at you at the same time, which is definitely your saving grace. What I was told to expect was a little scary. Expect blisters, scabbing, redness, potentially bleeding. They also said things that might happen over time, things like hyperpigmentation or hypopigmentation. So either you're gonna have lighter skin in the area that the tattoo was removed, or you're gonna have darker skin in the area that was removed. Some colors might alter, some colors might oxidize depending on the ink that was used. Scarring is a very high possibility. Don't pick the scabs just like a tattoo. Although I feel like picking a scab in this situation would be more tempting, because I know that the reason you can't pick off tattoo scabs is because the ink will fall out. It's like, oh, if I pick this one, more ink will come out. But no, you'll just get scarring instead. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed my content. We're trying. We'll see what happens with the next few videos, if any do come out at all. Hope this helped if you want to get a tattoo removed, because I couldn't find anything really as far as tattoo removal. So yeah, have a good one.